the thing about Kurt is he can't get a cab for himself.
Yeah, we were both a little surprised when you said, you canceled his credit card, so he's without money. It's just he can't figure out how to get money if he doesn't have his credit cards.
No.
He doesn't have his own bank account.
No, we have the same bank account.
Yeah.
And I canceled the Excel card. But maybe I shouldn't have done that, so I could have kept track of him. Obviously, when this happened in Italy, he got so fucked up that I found a suicide note. Now nobody knows this. I mean, obviously people around Gold Mountain and around us and Geffen, they know it, but, like the wire service, the news didn't know this, right? Everyone, it was a big accident. He was celebrating, he hadn't seen Courtney in a long time, which is true, but I fell asleep, I was real tired, and he got really depressed because he hadn't seen me in a month, and I'd been making videos and doing the LA thing and the New York thing and being all glamorous, and meanwhile he'd been playing like Slavania, right?
Yeah.
And he got real depressed, and he wrote basically a suicide note. There's no real other way. He claims he was leaving me.
All right, well, it was already sent down to his
Now, what about the other note? You mentioned in Rolling Stone about another note that he wrote to you.
It's like a letter,
yeah.
And it's not really like a suicide note. It's like, it seems more like it was like in a sealed envelope, and it was just like to me, and it seems like he wrote it in rehab.
Where did you find it?
It was in my bedroom under my pillows.
Under your pillows?
Yeah. And I didn't tell anybody about it but Rosemary, and I told Sergeant Cameron about it.
Yeah.
I let him see it.
There's only one problem with that, Courtney.
What?
I looked under your pillows, just like we looked under your mattresses. That's how I found the right note between your mattresses. That note wasn't under your pillows on the bed.
Parts, but does it start off very nice?
Does it say anything suicidal in it?
It says one thing very definitely suicidal. On the first page, it said, it's mean to me. It says, like, it says, but Dr. Baker says I would have to choose between life and death. I'm choosing death. That's a quote on the note. All right?
And the police have a copy of that?
They have to. Yeah, they have a copy of the other one. Sure they do. It's like little pieces of paper. And it says, there were three or four. I think there were four.
Why would somebody tell you to get rid of that?
Because it wasn't really nice. They talked about getting a divorce.
Cameron told you to get rid of that because it wasn't very nice?
He advised me, he said that this will never do you any good or your family. I would get rid of that if I were you.
Tom?
Yeah.
Is this the most insane case you've had for a long time?
It's pretty bizarre. It's probably even more bizarre than what you realize it is.
How do you mean?
Oh, there's just so many crazy twists and so many things going on here.
It's just so weird that I called you and then I thought he was suicidal and now he's dead. It's just...
Have you even been back home?
I was home for the funeral. I was home for 2 weeks and then I started doing drugs and I was like, look, I can't do drugs. I gotta get out of here. So I went to Canyon Ranch and they kicked me out because they thought I was suicidal, which I wasn't. And I'm in New York to fucking see the Dalai Lama. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to this Tibetan monastery and be a monk.
Hello, you have 3 messages. Write down the number. Sorry, wait a minute. Thursday, 8:12 a.m. Hi, Tom. This is Courtney. I'm on the phone with Rosemary. We're just calling to check in with you. I want to make sure that you got your check and stuff. And I'm at the Holiday Inn in Montreal, Canada. And phone number is 514-842-6111. Be here for a few more hours. Rosemary's on the other line with me, and you need my number, Tom. It's 212-397-1246. And we wanted to find out about the, you need to talk to Rosemary about the police report and all that stuff that's going on. Also, everyone that has worked for me for more than a couple months signs a confidentiality agreement, so I need you to sign one of those. Thursday, 8:14 a.m.
And the whole thing with confidentiality
mutuality agreement is simply just so that I don't, I trust you, but I get paranoid about everything. It doesn't mean you can't talk about me. It just means that if you want to, you call me, and, we're in pretty much tandem, and I told you I don't mind that you're attributed to the Cobain case. You're a good PI, better than fucking, I've met 6, and they're all sleaze bags, and you're the first one that's, come through, and you know what I mean? So it's not like I'm going to fucking say no. I just don't want, not that Ben or Chris would ever do this, but, I don't know. What happens if I turn into a crack? What happens if Ben turns into a crack addict? You know what I mean? It's just for my protection. It's not an insult to you. Everybody's done it. So,
yeah, well, I told Dean I'd look at it. I have to look at it and read it. I have to look at it and read it before I can decide whether it's
a little harsh. But it's not like, there's amendments I can make. Like for instance, on some of them I have, like maids and stuff. It's like you can't even gossip about me. Like I'm going to sue someone for, like I'm going to find out. But still, it's more like a press thing, and it just makes me feel more comfortable if you don't mind that, because I have a lot of shit I need you for, and it's not like I'm going to stop using you if you don't do this, but I'd really prefer it. I mean, everybody that works for me has done it. If there's stuff that's not to your liking in it, we can work it out.
Yeah, I'll just have a look at it, and then we can talk about it. I don't know. I have to see it first. I'll have to see how it's worded.
It says, all right, look at it.
Yeah.
But I mean, no one's been insulted yet, so I mean, just,
Well, nobody else is a private investigator. It's not a matter of whether it insults me or not. I could care less about being insulted. It's a matter of whether it would interfere with my investigative work.
Right.
I don't care about being insulted.
Oh, yeah, because there'd be amendments I'd have to make regarding, all we have to do with those amendments is you X them out, and then you initial it, then I initial it.
Yeah.
So if you don't like an amendment, X it, just put a TG on it, then I FedEx it, and then I put a CLC on it, and then it can get signed.
Yeah.
Okay, so things like if you have to use my name, for instance, to get, stuff like that, if you see stuff like that in it, it's like 2 pages long.
Yeah.
And it can be, it's kind of hard ass. So if there's parts of it you don't like, that's fine. My main concern is that, and I don't think you're ever going to do this, but my main concern is covering my ass so that, some of the more embarrassing shit that I've come to you with, like press stuff, and, just dumb stuff, never gets out there. Like, it will, but, I don't know, you tell your wife, she tells her girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
I don't have a wife.
Okay, I'm sorry. Well, you know what I'm saying? Just, it'll make me feel better.
Yeah.
If you don't mind.
Well, like I said, I can't really talk about it without looking at it and reading it and seeing how. I have to evaluate how it would affect my investigation. That's the only thing I'm concerned about.
He'll be all right. I'm holding out for him. I'm always there for him, but he fucks me over, and I know he knows something. And I know that in your job, paranoia is reality, but trust me, in my world, paranoia is also reality. So I just tend to trust people more. But I believe you when you tell me that he knows something, and I truly believe that in my heart. I know he does.
Yeah.
You know he does.
Sure.
And I don't know what the hell it is. I think that he might have heard the gunshot, is what I think. If you're saying the third, I think he might have heard the gunshot. I think he was fucking terrified.
I think he knew Kurt was dead. I'm almost positive he knew Kurt was dead before it came out, before the electrician found him.
Oh, gosh.
And that's when I want to clarify
I hope to hell that he didn't see it. I think he might have heard the gunshot, is what I'm thinking. That's what my gut instinct tells me. Poor baby, poor Kurt. Poor Kelly. He was Kurt's closest friend.